Hello, welcome back to Man v Film. If you would like to support this channel, please pop along to Patreon. There's a link in the description below where you can support me for $1, euro, pound a month, and it all goes to the running costs of the channel and is greatly appreciated. Now, I have just watched Tremors for the umpteenth time. It's a movie I'm extremely familiar with and I just utterly adore it. It's been a couple of years since I last seen it, and checking it out on this new 4K UHD was a revelation. Sometimes when I throw on these 4K discs, I don't really notice much, but with Tremors, there was so much to notice. The wealth of colours, the clear blue skies and white clouds, the way everything just popped off the screen. It looks stunning and was such a joy to see in this premium format, to see a movie I love restored to the best it has ever looked for me. Now, Tremors itself is a wonderfully simple movie. You're thrown into the characters of Val and Earl, played by Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon, two handymen working in this extremely small town of perfection with a population of only 14 people, and they discover death. Something is killing people or attacking people, and they think it's a murderer. Turns out to be giant, massive, 30-foot earthworm type things that hunt people by seismic vibrations under the ground. Now, one of the things I really like about this is the tone within the movie. You know, it has a little bit of comedy, has a little bit of romance, and it has a lot of horror in it as well. It mixes all these different genres, and it never feels that one really overpowers the others. It creates this really fun sense where you're laughing one minute and then jumping the next. It has this ickiness as well, something that never comes back too much in the rest of the Tremors movies, where you have these snake-like things dripping in goo and ooze, clawing for people, which I think is just wonderful. And another great thing it has is a wealth of supporting characters. You've got Val and Earl, who are the linchpin in this chain, the one that carries everybody together, the characters that lead us to all the other supporting characters, and all the supporting characters are wonderful, whether it be Walter, who runs the market, Melvin, the kid who is completely annoying, the single parent and her daughter, or whether it be Bert and his wife Heather, who have a ridiculously small arsenal that would probably put Waco to shame. It's a wealth of these characters, and they all feel unique and individual. They all have fun lines. You have this terrific monster that is really hard to properly describe without good images of it, but it's a unique design, it's a fun design, it's a great idea. You can see why it continued to create sequels long after this one, because of the monster is just unique and incredibly fun and different. My favourite thing in the movie is the relationship between Val and Earl. It's never explained who they are to each other, but you know they've been together a while, they have a great relationship, they are lifelong friends, and even after this movie finishes, I would love to have seen further adventures of these two characters. Graboids involved or not, I was that enamoured by this pairing that I would like to have seen further adventures of them. It does have moments of horror which had almost seeped out of my memory, because I'm so familiar with the movie, because I've seen it so many times. I forget how jumpy it can be, and watching it with my kids, which maybe wasn't the best parenting decision, or was it? They loved it. They were jumping at certain points when the graboids appeared out of nowhere. They were engaged by the characters. It's nice to get that feeling of watching a movie again that you're familiar with through the eyes of your kids, and almost seeing it for the first time, and it plays tremendously well. It's just a wonderful movie, and the picture quality, the sound quality is amazing, and the wealth of extras on this disc are downright astounding. Now, I sat last night and watched a couple of the documentaries, of which there are many played on, which I really found quite interesting. A lot of them focused on the writers, the director, and their kind of manager who was in it a lot, who explained the creation of the story. And it was just such fun. Now, I've got lots more to go through because the extras on this are extensive already. I'm quite interested in the new commentary and checking out some of the other additions that's on this one. But if you haven't seen Tremors, you're missing out. I think it's amazing. It's just a pleasure of a film to go back to, and to have it on 4K UHD just warms the cockles of my soul. I would love to know your thoughts on the movie. Even if you don't like it, let me know, and I will see you next time on Man v Film.